Hi, this is Beverly Gale with the Beverly Gale channel, and today I want to talk to you about being a senior and how to cope with loneliness. This morning I was at a seminar and we talked a little bit about what are some of the issues with seniors, and one that kept coming up was the loneliness factor and how do you cope with that? And what do we mean by lonely? Well, there's all different kinds of loneliness. There's the loneliness of missing someone that you loved, and that is a different type of loneliness than when you want to go, say, and meet with your friends and you're not busy and you're lonely and you want to just reach out. But the problem is, we don't always know what our problem is with loneliness, and we don't always know what to call it. And sometimes that loneliness can even present itself in the form of a depression where we don't want to go anywhere, do anything, be with people, just be in our jammies and watch TV and kind of escape. That's a form of loneliness also. So, how do we cope with this feeling of loneliness? Well, everybody has their own way of doing it, and I just want to share a few ideas that I learned today. One of them is trying to pick up the phone and reach out and call someone. In today's society, texting is the norm, but for those of us who grew up in a different world, texting is a very cold and impersonal way to reach out. And so what we do is we reach out, and hopefully the person that we reach out to is there and can spend a few minutes and chat. That's one way to alleviate some of the loneliness. Another way is to try and schedule as many activities a day as you can, because when you're doing things, you're not thinking about being lonely. You're thinking about, okay, I have to get up, I have to get dressed, I have to brush my teeth, what am I going to wear today? These are things that keep your mind occupied on the here and the now. Most of the time, loneliness has to do with missing someone or something or some pet. And that's usually because we have the time on our hands to think about it. And many seniors, that's part of their problem, is they have too much time on their hands and they don't know how to cope with that. But if you can spend some time by thinking of friends that you haven't talked to in a while and reach out and call them on the telephone, that's one way to cope. Another, again, is concentrate on the activities with the friends that you do have and check with them and see what's going on. And also, just if you are lucky enough to be able to get out, whether you drive or are driven or even go by bus, just grab your coat and go and walk around at the stores, mix with other human beings at the stores, be friendly, and that should help a lot with coping with loneliness. Until next time, this is Beverly with the Beverly Gale channel. Take care. I'll be talking to you soon.